as the sun sets. Most people at the Hebrew home at Riverdale, on the Hudson River, settle down for the night. But for the Alzheimer's and dementia patients who are involved in one of the most unique programs in the country, their day is just beginning.
People who have Alzheimer's disease no longer use the clock the way you and I do. When we look at a clock at 11 o'clock at night, even if we're not tired, we know it's time to go to bed. Somebody who has lost the ability to distinguish time anymore, it means nothing to them. Their whole rhythm is off, and so sleep comes when it feels like coming. But they're only going to sleep for 2 or 3 hours, so now they'll be up at 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning getting dressed to go to work. Or they'll start cooking breakfast with pots and pans and waking up the caregiver.
Is that good, Manor?
This phenomenon, called sundowning, often causes tension between the Alzheimer's victims who still live at home and their exhausted caregivers.
We would be up most of the night. She won't stay in her bed. She'll keep getting up, and then she would start screaming her prayers out really loud and wake up the entire house.
Louise Yaron has been caring for her 90-year-old mother, Catherine Fatanti, ever since Catherine started slowly losing her mind.
That was something to that train I had.
Yeah?
Carrie and I sewed it on my hand.
You had beads and stuff?
The night disturbances were beginning to affect the entire family.
It was never a calm atmosphere around here. It was always very tense. We were all sleep deprived. We would be snapping at each other because we were so tired most of the time. You know, it just got to a really terrible, terrible point.
But now, Catherine comes here each night, where a small number of mostly Medicaid patients can pass the time under the watchful eyes of nurses and therapists who offer dancing, massage, and alternative therapies when dementia patients are at their most active, in the middle of the night.
Because we run at night, you know, the whole nursing home was quiet at that time, and we're kind of like the party house on the block. You know, the lights are on all night, and, you know, the music is going. It's like an all-night party here.
As an added bonus, the program offers relief for sleep-deprived caregivers like Louise Yaron.
Our first night when she was down there, we woke up in the morning, and it was like when your baby first sleeps through the night. You know, it was just an unbelievable, refreshing feeling.
Yaron enrolled her mother in the program about a year ago.
If we didn't find the program, my mother would be in a nursing home, absolutely. See you later. Because I don't know how we would have survived. I would have had to have stayed in my mother's room and not slept because she doesn't sleep. It would have been impossible.
Eventually, participants begged to go to the night program too. Head therapist Karina Larecki.
Oh, they get stimulation, they get, you know, activities, they get exercise, they have people around them, which sometimes at home they watch a TV. I mean, these people come here faithfully every day. So they come here for something.
I don't have no problem. I come here every day, and you see that I like it, that I stay here every night too. I don't go home.
Carmen Fevres also comes here every night.
I like the people. I like the one guy coming for the musician.
In her 60s, Fevres lives by herself and, according to friends, has been slowly losing her memory.
Porque yo estaba enferma. I don't remember nothing.
You were sick? What were you sick with? You know,
She lost her mind. That's what happened.
I have no memories.
A diabetic, Fevres often forgets that she eats, sometimes doubling or tripling her meals.
Coming.
Despite the playful atmosphere,
No.
the elder serve therapists never forget that they are dealing with people who have a complicated illness with a variety of needs, ailments, and behaviors.
It's not an easy population to work with. It's an everyday introducing yourself to this person. It's an everyday trying to get through this person, and you have to be careful which way you speak to them because you don't know which way they're going to go. They forget their lives that they lived. It's not like forgetting your keys. Your body goes through things. We have to respect them as adults, so you can't treat them like a child.
The night activities are designed to keep participants busy. For the lucid patients, there's lively music and dancing, or sunset walks when the weather is nice. While in a separate room is a special care group, those whose minds are further gone. Soft lighting and new age music create a soothing atmosphere, though sometimes there are outbursts.
Why are you mad? Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
Fuad Mustafa is in his 80s and barely speaks.
We really got to comfort and try to, understand where he's coming from. So it's harder for him, and it's more frustrating because we're not understanding and he's not understanding us.
To calm himself, Mustafa dips his fingers into a bowl filled with toys and soapy water with a lavender scent. The Elder Serve program doesn't manage behavior with drugs, and instead employs holistic remedies like massage, pet therapy, aromatherapy, and touch therapies to keep patients calm.
It is far better, in my opinion, to touch, to caress, to hug, to massage, than it is to medicate.
Larecki agrees.
There's a lot of people out there and a lot of families that need this kind of setting, and they don't even know about it.
So after 10 years, why isn't there another place like this in the country?
We don't understand why others wouldn't replicate this, because there's clearly a need for it in every community. Alzheimer's disease exists everywhere. And to have this kind of a resource in any community would be an absolute godsend to caregivers. It's not complicated.
Daniel Reingold says Medicaid pays for several hours of care each day. And because the Hebrew Home operates a day program, he says it makes financial sense to use the space at night.
Space that would sit dormant from 4 o'clock in the afternoon when our day program ends until the next morning at 8:30 or 9 o'clock when the day program begins is now being used. In fact, we discovered that the night program has a greater demand than the day program because there is no alternative to this program.
Back at the Elder Serve program, in the wee hours of the morning, sleep eventually does come, wherever it happens to come.
It's very rewarding for me, to see that these clients, no matter what they forget, they come in here, they see my face. They might not remember my name that day, but they know I'm supposed to be here. Good morning, young lady. Buenos dias. Personally, I get out that I know I'm making a difference.
That's what's so great, that now she doesn't have to be in a nursing home. Everything is just so calm. She's happier, we're happier, we get a good night's sleep. It's just made a huge difference in her life and our life.